Hello friends, this video on food, where does it come from, part 6 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So let's look at different types of crops. We'll start with pulses. So pulses are there are many varieties of pulses which are grown. For example, you have gram, you have pea, black gram, green gram, lentils. So all of them are look wise they are different. Taste wise also they are different. So as you can see in the picture, and I'm sure you are familiar with many of these, or in fact all of these. So these are all different types of pulses. Now do you know from where do we get these pulses? Obviously from plants, but which part of the plant are these pulses? So these pulses are nothing but the seeds. So they are the seed grains. So the seeds are actually these pulses. So that means indirectly I am trying to say that these pulses are capable of giving rise to a new plant. Yes, if suitable conditions are made available to them, they can definitely give rise to a new plant because they are nothing but the seeds. You think of the cereals like rice, wheat, maize, millets. So what are these? So they form as our staple food, like they form the rice which we eat, boiled rice, fried rice. Yeah, the chapatis are prepared from the wheat flour, the corn of which we make a lot of different things. These are all obtained from these plants. So what are these? Again, if you look at the rice grains, you look at the grains of wheat, what are they? These are also nothing but seeds. But the only difference is that when you look at the plants of rice or wheat or maize, you see that they really do not look like the other plants which we normally have in our gardens. The difference is that these plants, all the cereals, their plants look like grasses. They are like grasses. So these are like seeds of grasses, you can say, rather than plants. But basically these are also seeds. Then you talk about oil seeds. So from where do we get oil? So we talk about different types of oil. We talk about sunflower oil, we talk about sesame oil, talk about olive oil, talk about mustard oil. So what are these? All these oil, different types of oil, they are all obtained from different types of seeds. Whether you talk about groundnut or castor or soya bean, sesame, linseed, they are all different types of seeds, and these seeds have that speciality that you can extract oil from them. So oil is present within these seeds. So oil can be extracted by putting these parts of the plant under pressure, which squeezes out the oil from them. So that's how we get the sesame oil, soya oil, castor oil, groundnut oil, mustard oil, and so on. So these are also nothing but seeds. It is just that these seeds have oil within them, and that's where from which we extract that oil. So you see so many different varieties of, we prepare so many different varieties of stuffs using the various cereals and the pulses, but basically they are all seeds of different plants. Not only these, you talk about the vegetables and fruits. Obviously there is a huge variety of vegetables and fruits available, and we will also talk about them a little later, that which vegetable is which part of the plant. So now we have been talking about the oil seeds, pulses and the cereals, and we saw that all of them are nothing but the seeds of the plant. Now a simple question might arise in your mind that, okay, when you say that all the pulses that is there in my house, they are all seeds and they can give rise to a new plant, that's like quite hard to believe that can give rise to a new plant altogether. So if you don't trust me, so let's do this. So let's see how seeds can give rise to a new plant. So all you need to do is you take some seeds, dry enough, clean and dry seeds. So you can take the moong seeds, or you can also take chana, which we call, so here what you see is nothing but the moong. So the whole moong seeds. Okay. So when you take them in a bowl, right now it is completely dry. And then what we do? So our aim here is to prove that these pulses that we eat are seeds and they can give rise to new plants. So here I have to prove that from these seeds you can get new plants. So what we will have to do is we add some water in good quantity to this container where we have the seeds. Now please remember that water should be added in good quantity. And then you leave it overnight, just like that, overnight, or in fact for a complete day, just like that. So just have the seeds in a bowl, pour a lot of water, just leave it undisturbed. Then the next day, you drain the water completely, take out the water completely, and then wrap the seeds in a piece of cloth and keep aside. So here how you see it in the picture. So pack it in a piece of cloth, either keep it hanging or keep it aside. And then again you leave it for one day. And you know, the next day what will you see? Magic happens. You will observe some white stem-like structures, very tiny, thin structures. So as you can see here, so you see the green color seeds, these are the same seeds which you see here. But now along with the seeds you have a white tail-like structures. You see these white tail-like things? So what are these white structures? So they came up on their own, right? So when you see these structures, that is when we say that the seeds have sprouted. So this shows that earlier it was only the seed. Now from the seed it has given rise to the entire stem, and gradually, now if you take proper care of this, if you put it in the soil, keep watering it, and if it gets all that which is needed for its growth, it will gradually grow into a new plant altogether. However, when we sprout these kind of seeds, the consumption of these sprout seeds are very healthy. So many a times these type of sprout seeds are used as a snack item. So that's one thing. But you can do this at your home to prove it to yourself that these pulses which we eat, they are nothing but seeds, and they can give rise to new plant. So do not try it out with any other seed, because not every seed has the capability to sprout. But at least if you try it out with chana or with moong, you will definitely experience this. Now when you look at it from the perspective of seed germination, that how a seed gives rise to a new plant altogether. So in the first picture you see it was just a pulse before, which was nothing but a seed, and then the seed gradually gave rise to this small tail which I was talking about in the previous slide. And when you put it in the soil and suitable conditions are made available, it gives rise to a new plant. And this entire process is called germination, where a seed grows to form a seedling, which is like a small plant, and then the seedling gradually grows to become a plant. Now it is very necessary that for germination to take place, conditions, environmental conditions have to be favorable. So germination will happen only under favorable conditions. So this shows that, okay, so the cereals or the oil seeds or the pulses, they are all seeds.
Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.